This is Pamprum at the edge of the Obetsebi interchange that is being constructed, and the destruction you are witnessing is as a result of today's rains, or the rains that started from yesterday around 10 p.m. Now a number of cars were stuck. You can still find one Mazda still stuck in the debris or the destruction. Now this is unbelievable. On a normal day, we hear stories of homes being destroyed by water, but then to find the road itself being destroyed is crazy. You can actually see that his car is being towed. He's begging for people to actually help him. The car is actually stuck. It is unbelievable. The road, which used to be in great condition, has been destroyed totally. Now people are currently trying to help him move his car. Apparently the water almost carried him away. He had to abandon his car. Yes.
Straight to time, no.
The mathematics say, I didn't more than 800. You don't want to understand me. The American man,
So we have a police officer here trying to help remove this truck.
I'm 12 to 1.
No free fun.
If you can't swim a quacker.
Not in
A banner petting. And the middle a year. I need to miss a pack wall. I said, baby, a bass for Nigiano. Me do all the music, you know, I had me. You know, I feel a can and cock a crack.
It's only foul.
It's only family. Me do unless I am more. And I'm being a light and me saw electricity pole. Let me jack cano. And I'm a fruit and Tintiana can be chocolate. Cano. And I'm not any pan talk. And I went penny up. Obi, cano. Or Boaming original. I'm going to be a donor. I don't see an only the name. I don't know chocolate at the end. I'm a telephone. No, but telephone original. Point 1 bed 2 hours. And I'm a caca and I'm a coginable son so. I'm not saying that I know what's seen. And the problem was I'm running that and can showing in a mark of form gaga. And then showing in every first at banana baby in the hand. And I'm not wearing somewhere now banner no beer to me. But Master some American, Senior Padomo, a quaba, or Taledadie. After name is what Taledadie. And why you that day? I walk when and sweet bona. And why you that day? Mijina so na mani so atata. Why you that day? Because the gem was so in the and yeah, so car grand so the name. Why you ojinam? Maza. Why you that day na sa no ojinam? And I'm so my tale night no na ma. Mijina light no say na my. Light no na mijina. That day no so na mijina. And I'm imagine that day. Na mijina because the gem was so the name. The Mijana, the Ano Susana, Mijana Susana. You only Boba, and the Duba Binada, the Anna, come and night. They take Zulu. And the Chiana Quabijana, so as Maza, Yakaka, Nabla. Miss Simon was one the men. Namia Wada, Kojina, Abansono.
Now there is some diversion has been created such that if you're coming from Kanishi and you get to the Pamprum side, which was blocked to traffic, now a diversion has been created to allow the cars use the Awudome runabout side. Now a heavy-duty earth-moving trucks have now been called upon to help salvage the situation. The excavator in your background is gathering up slabs of asphalt, basically to more or less get a uniform surface after the original surface of the older stretch of the road was destroyed by the rain. Now, this work is being done by QGMI Construction Limited. They are the ones in charge of the construction of the Obetsebi roundabout, construction of which started around 2020. Now I have here with me the resident engineer for the ongoing Obetsebi Lamptey interchange from QGMI Construction Limited. What might have caused this scene that we witnessed here, where asphalt close to about 2.5 inches has been washed away as a result of rain?
It's because of the volume of water that turned the road into a river, and then there could have been an undermining of the asphalt. A pot or something could have developed under the asphalt. And once that happens, and then once that happens, then you have the asphalt lifting up. Our project ends at Impramprom Junction. So we are going to reconstruct the stretch up to Impramprom Junction. Okay. But currently what we are doing, we are just doing temporary repair works. We're going to put some crushed rock on the road after we've leveled it up, and then put a thin layer of asphalt on it. Okay. Then permanently we'll come and remove the whole thing and build a real pavement on the crushed rock base as usual, and then a very thicker asphalt.
When should we expect the temporary construction of the road to be done?
If it doesn't rain today, we might have the first crash base on it, and then the cost of we come and put an asphalt layer on it.
So definitely by Wednesday morning, vehicles should be able to use this stretch if it doesn't rain.
Currently, if it doesn't rain, exactly. If it doesn't rain, then vehicles will be able to use it by tomorrow morning. Yes.
And, the sites are indeed very troubling. These parts of the city are usually known to flood whenever it rains. But when you speak to the residents here, the extent of flooding is something they would describe as unprecedented. They've not seen it before. As far as the eyes can see, all you are seeing is water. And we do know that the rains stopped close to about 4 or so hours ago. And there are still people trying to, get water out of their rooms. And you're wondering, because even when you get to where they're dumping the water, the place is still flooded. Some people are brave enough to actually use their cars through these waters. We've actually seen some cars that, have been parked. So the norm here at Otojo, or Snit Flat down, is that a lot of people have abandoned their homes, like the one behind me. Not that they don't want the house anymore, but whenever it rains, they leave the house and head over to higher ground, story buildings sometimes, possibly, to spend the night there until the water recedes. As to how long this water would recede, we have no idea. Now, the residents in this community have complained about the issue, basically assigning a number of reasons why we see this level of flooding in this area. So I'm going to engage some of them who are very, very, unhappy.
Every year, this is what we experience here. This is what happens here. People have to run, abandon their homes, go to other places to seek for rescue. Last Sunday, for instance, if it was just the grace of God, we had about 2-3 men around. There was a lady with a baby. If not the grace of God, we couldn't have had any. She
could have lost her life.
I'm telling you, there were running, there were snakes all over. And there is a gutter where the water could go, have access to. That place have been blocked. They've been filling the area, buying the lands and filling it. So the water has nowhere to go to and entering in people's room.
What is the direction of the water and what is causing the blockage?
The water is coming from roundabout, Dansoma roundabout. Okay. And there is a gutter, a very big gutter from there. So it passes through that gutter. Through all the way, there is a lagoon down there. I think it's Sakumono Lagoon. The Sakumono Lagoon. Yeah. And that lagoon has been filled. Around that area too, there are lands around there. All that area has been filled with blocks and lands. And they are selling it all over. Each and every day, they block the place. People are really suffering, I'm telling you, brethren. People are really suffering. For how long?
There's a block factory here. And there is another building there. Now, these gutters have to pass through straight and hit the Sakumono Lagoon so that the sea will carry it. The lagoon will carry it to the sea. That's the natural way. This is a man-made disaster. What is happening is that they've neglected this place for a long period of time. And it is going on and destroying people's property. I cannot go to my house. My house is there. I cannot get there. My car the engine got spoiled yesterday. Wow. I couldn't just get in. And a lot of people are getting problems with their properties. In fact, my entire documents in my house, it's gone. You can obviously see that these buildings are not making the access through. It will not go. This building, the white building is there, the block factory is there, and you can easily see that it's been marked for demolition. Somehow, our assembly says that it shouldn't be demolished. I don't know the reason.
Yeah, we are trying to organize demonstration to do whatever we're supposed to do here. If they don't attend us, we will do in our own way. They have to attend to our aid. They have to see to it that they break that wall. Then they make the sewage system. We will do it ourselves.
We will help them if they want to.
Or else you guys would embark on a demonstration as residents.
Oh, definitely.
Of course.
Definitely.
Of course.
We've heard from the residents here with Assemblyman for the area. Otojo is the name of the place. What do you make of the situation here?
The situation here, every time that we hit into the rainy season, we have this situation. But when it's not the rainy season, we don't see such things like here. And within the whole area, they will not talk about when it's not raining. But when it rains, that is when they come out from all means to come and say that because of the rain, that's why the water can't even flow into the main lagoon. But as I'm standing here talking to you, I'm not God. The way it rained yesterday, from 10 o'clock up to this morning. So just imagine that the whole country is flood. But when you talk about Otojo, what we are seeing here,
Yes, sir.
the municipal assembly came here to help us. They started from here, but when they got here, they stopped. So the water stuck from where the gutter is. So they came again to do talk to the block factory so that the wall can be broken down so that we can do a proper drain into the main lagoon. But as I speak to you, when we do all the gutters, right now, look at the water body that you see. All the gutter is flowed up. So if the main lava that we see there doesn't move, the water will not go. So I'm waiting for the government to come and do its work. But if they do the gutter into the dam, to tell the fact, if it rains like this, it will be the same like that. The gutter will be full up. Unless the main lagoon there dredge before our own can even go down. Okay. So we are pleading to government that from the Malam there, coming to the main lagoon to the sea.
And is it true that there are some lands being sold back there, and then there are some trucks, which arrive every evening to dump, sand, around that area, which is preventing the water from flowing freely, out of these parts. Is it true?
Yeah, it's true. Because some time back, MCE came to stop this nature of job that they are doing. But for some time, I don't know what happened, and they start coming again. Now, when they get to the down there, they are feeling it.
They bought the lands.
You see, I don't know whoever, whether the chiefs or whoever, they have sold the land. And now they are feeling it. When you get to some place, why they were supposed not to at least to stop from there, so that at least the water can pass to the main lagoon, they are so filling the place.
So as you can see, straight ahead is a building that has been put up that appears to be obstructing the free flow of water. You can see some materials that are supposed to be used as part of a drainage system. Now, this section of Otojo is supposed to be where residential properties end, according to the residents we've spoken to. Any property beyond this particular lane has been built on land that is too close to the lagoon, and hence will be obstructing the free flow of the river. Now, when we went in there, we saw very plush, expensive looking buildings. You could obviously tell that the land had been filled with some chippings and sand, and also a number of churches there as well that were also have been built on land that the residents believe were not supposed to have been sold, and they're all basically obstructing the free flow of water that flows down from Dansoman Runabout all the way to the lagoon in the Sakaman lagoon, which also flows into the sea. Well, this is the situation we find here at Otojo, Snit's flat down in Dansoman. The over 10 hours of downpour in the Greater Accra region has affected multiple settlements from Alajo to Dansoman to Osu to Kaneshim. In the following report, we bring you highlights of the destruction that has been caused and what residents make of the recent downpour.